12 huge EastEnders spoilers for next week. What's coming up in Walford? 1. Nigel causes panic. Sharon's Mother's Day moment with Zach and Albie is cut short when Nigel announces that Phil is missing. Worried, Denise, Sharon, and Nigel gather at number 55 and call the police. Phil soon arrives with a valid explanation, easing concerns. However, the confusion reveals Nigel's early onset dementia, leaving questions about how long he can keep it a secret. 2. Vicki Fowler returns. Last month, EastEnders revealed the news that Vicki Fowler would be returning to Albert Square with her partner, Ross, and his son, Joel. This week, that moment arrives as Vicki arrives in one of Walford's iconic black cabs. It's not only Vicki that sets tongue wagging though, as Sharon finds herself interested in newcomers, Ross and Joel. Meanwhile, Martin's niece reveals that she has returned for the funeral, but also that she and Spencer have called it quits. 3. Bianca makes a friend. During a visit to Beals Eels, Bianca befriends a mysterious woman named Charlotte. They hit it off and go to Harry's barn for a drink. However, it soon becomes clear that Charlotte has a hidden agenda. Later in the week, Bianca realizes her new friend is a journalist seeking an interview about Reese. She refuses to go on record but remains interested in the idea. After meeting with Kat, will she finally leave the past behind? Elsewhere, Joel takes the time to introduce himself to Avani and Tommy. 4. Lily and Avani break the law. Both Lily and Avani have been through hell and back recently. In Lily's case, she is still grieving the death of her beloved dad, while Avani is struggling after her traumatic ordeal at the hands of the police. Looking for a distraction, the teenagers decide to meet up and take their minds off things by smoking marijuana. Will they be able to keep their rebellious act on the down low? 5. Lauren is let down. As Peter and Lauren prepare for their baby scan, he reassures her. Later, at Beals Eels, he gets a call from Geeta, who reveals she has no idea where Cindy is, despite supposedly living with her since February. Peter was never on the best terms with his mum, but the news still unsettles him. Distracted, he misses his girlfriend's hospital appointment. After returning, Lauren harshly reminds him of Cindy's ongoing impact on their family. 6. Alfie hears unexpected news. After hearing that Vicki is back in Walford, Alfie and Kat visit Sharon's house. They are shocked to learn that Spencer hasn't returned with her. Under Kat's pressure, Vicki finally reveals the real reason for her split with Alfie's brother. Later in the week, tension brews between Sharon and Vicki, before Linda offers her best friend some food for thought. Elsewhere, Ruby grills Jean about Stacy before heading to the Undertaker's to say a heartfelt goodbye to Martin. 7. Sonia has a reunion. Bianca informs Sonia about the interview request, but Sonia opposes it. As they talk in the kitchen, Bex arrives, leading to an emotional reunion. Bex asks her mother to accompany her to Martin's coffin, but Sonia lacks the strength to do so. Elsewhere, Joel continues to meet the local folk, while Ross tries to introduce himself to Vicki's wider family. 8. Phil declares his love. After Phil covers for Nigel's latest episode, Sharon feels unconvinced by his story and recruits Kathy and Denise to cheer up their ex. As a result, Phil feels touched by Sharon's determination to lift his spirits. There's more to his feelings though, and with the help of Denise and Nigel, he decides to confess to Sharon he still has feelings for her. As the pair face each other alone, how will Sharon respond? 9. Tommy moves on. Ever since Avani overheard Kat and Alfie, poor Tommy has caught some flack for confiding in an online chatbot. However, Tommy finally finds the real-life bond that he's been craving when him and Joel strike up a friendship. As their camaraderie continues to flourish, the 14-year-old finds the courage to delete his AI app. It's not all sunshine and rainbows though, as Alfie feels unsure about his son's new mate. Is he right to hold reservations? 10. Peter proposes. Having heard about Lauren's feelings, Kathy and Ian encourage Peter to make amends with his partner. Although, the dad of one takes their encouragement to the next level when he drops to one knee in Beale's heels. Lauren feels she has no choice but to decline, and she explains her thoughts and feelings to Peter and Kathy once back at number 45. Later in the week, Peter steels himself for crisis talks with the mother of his child. Can the couple pull through? 11. Ian receives a request. While out in Walford, Ross has a word with Vicki and encourages her to ask Sharon for cash. However, a conversation with Kathy skews her thought process, and she decides to take a chance on Ian instead. Determined to secure a loan, Vicki lies to the frugal business owner about her debt. Later, Sharon gets wind of her efforts and confronts Vicki, but the Fowler lady dismisses her concerns outright. 12. Bex pays tribute. Even though Sonia declined at first, the nurse gathers the strength to accompany her daughter to Martin's coffin. Kathy also joins them, and the group share an emotional moment at the undertaker's. Bex and Kathy deliver poignant tributes about the man they love, while Sonia finds herself unable to put her feelings into words. It's not until the mum of two finds herself alone with Martin that her emotions rise to the surface. Will she seek support or keep her grief to herself?
Các bạn vừa theo dõi một sản phẩm của EastEnders Spoiler TV. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.